Hi again everyone, Scott Player, Pop Cult Fan here, and in this video, I'm going to be reviewing what is arguably considered one of the best comic book films of all time. This movie has had a lot of praise over the years, ever since it came out back in 2008, and also, it's also one of my personal favorite movies, because it's a movie that I grew up with. I'm going to be reviewing The Dark Knight. And this movie, easily, I think, is one of the better and one of the best comic book films of all time. It's one of the best Batman films of all time. Just with the whole thing with, Heath Ledger. I think he is easily one of the best portrayals of the Joker in live action. I loved Heath Ledger as the Joker. Rest in peace. He gave it his all playing the Joker in this movie, and he's just so fun to watch. And also, I just think that what they did with the story, like Christopher Nolan, I think did his best job with the story in this film compared to Batman Begins and Dark Knight Rises. Like, out of all three of these films, I think this has the most focused story, the most fleshed out story, and has easily one of the best conflicts between hero and villain within a comic book film. Just seeing how Joker's ideology sort of clashes with Batman's and Batman's moral code, and there are certain choices that Joker forces Batman to make, and that's pretty messed up. And for those of you that have seen this movie as many times as I have, there's that twist that sort of almost pushes Batman to the edge, and there's that amazing interrogation sequence in the police precinct between Batman and Joker, and that's an amazing scene. So there's just so much about this movie that I just really appreciate. And also, once again, like the score, Hans Zimmer delivers once again another amazing score for Batman. And hearing that music, especially in some of the more intense moments in the film. And then also you have the actor that played Harvey Dent, the whole thing that happened with Harvey Dent, and how he has that famous line that we've heard: you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become a villain. I love that line, and that definitely was felt with his character throughout the film. And also just seeing the continuing relationship between Bruce and Alfred, just seeing that relationship between those two continuing to develop within this iteration of the Batman mythos with Christopher Nolan's trilogy. I just think that this movie has just some of the best moments ever in a Batman film. And so like Christian Bale, I easily think that this is his best performance as a character of Bruce Wayne. We go on this journey along with him, and his struggles. And once Harvey Dent enters the picture, there's this idea of what a hero should be versus what the kind of hero that Gotham needs. And I love that. And just with where this movie ends, it has a sad ending, right? Because it's a second film in a trilogy, similar to Empire Strikes Back. It has a similar ending where it leaves us wanting more, and also has kind of a, like I was saying, that ending kind of makes you not feel quite satisfied, in a sense that there's not much of a finality to it. And because that they pay off the rest of the story in Dark Knight Rises, the third film. So it's easily a movie that I rewatch a lot, and also I really like the opening sequence of the film in that bank, the bank robbery at the beginning of the film, and then also just a lot of classic moments with the Joker. There's that one scene where he's burning money, and just that confrontation between Batman and Joker, especially when Batman is on his motorcycle, and also in that big building when Batman has to take out some of those military, or some of those troops, to protect those men that Joker set up that were actually hostages. I thought that was a great scene. There's a lot of moments like that within this film that were just executed really well. The action was a lot more, a lot better filming wise, and choreography. I think they did a better job with the action in this film compared to Batman Begins, and overall it's just a great film. I don't have any flaws with The Dark Knight. It's an A+ for me. And yeah, like my history with this trilogy, like Dark Knight, it's my favorite film in this trilogy. And growing up, I watched these movies, I watched the Spider-Man movies. Batman is my third favorite superhero, next to Superman and Spider-Man, and I just really like this character, especially in these movies. Just seeing the way he carries himself, the character of Bruce Wayne in public compared to how he is as Batman, and then also compared to how he is with Alfred. There's kind of like three different sides to Bruce that I really like with these movies. And you see the mask, like the mask is Bruce Wayne, not Batman's mask literally, but Bruce Wayne is the mask, and you really see that when he's out in public. And I just think that with that, and also his moral code, the no-kill rule, is very prevalent in this film, and it's just a great film that challenges his moral values, and seeing that clash with Joker's ideology. And also, speaking of the Joker, and how every time he's trying to scare someone, he always gives a different reason for how he got his scars. I don't have an origin story. It's multiple choice. I definitely think that they handled that aspect of the Joker really well with this film, and it's just, it's a great film. I highly recommend it to all of you that are Batman fans. Easily the best Batman film, in my opinion. So that should do it for this review. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm really excited for the new Batman movie. Oh my goodness. But that should do it for my series of Batman reviews. Like I've said, I've already done reviews for all the DCEU films, and also I just, the sequels that followed Batman 89, I just don't, I haven't watched those movies enough times to really, give thoughts on those. But I haven't seen those movies and I do enjoy them. So that's my take on those. But that should do it for this review. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.